Hello and welcome back to Bombchu News. My name is Andrew, I'm joined by Chris, and we'll be covering the news that we found interesting today. Over the weekend, Final Fantasy XV's Noctis was revealed as a new combatant in the King of Iron Fist tournament. Fans of Tekken 7 were already surprised by the inclusion of Street Fighter Sakuma early in the game's lifecycle, but this inclusion opens a whole new world of possibilities. Noctis' fighting style still incorporates his full army as every attack pulls out a different weapon, and he also still has access to his signature blink strike. The trailer did note that the footage was taken from content still in development, so it's entirely possible that his moveset could change between now and his Tekken 7 premiere in the spring of 2018.
The launch for Star Wars Battlefront 2 continues to be hit with wave after wave of negative feedback from the fans, and EA somehow continues to make it worse. When the game first went into beta, fans were very vocal in their rejection of the game's loot crate system. Too much of the player's progression could be sped up or skipped entirely by dumping money into the game. It felt very pay to win, and to their credit, EA listened. They heard what people had to say and back at the end of October, announced that they would be changing what you get from loot boxes, making class progression tied to actual time played and different player milestones as well. Well, that goodwill didn't last very long, as this past weekend EA Access subscribers were given access to the game early for 10 hours, and players discovered a number of other changes EA had made. EA had locked every hero and villain at the start of the game, regardless of which version of the game you purchased. Then, over on Reddit, players started crunching the math to see how long it would take to unlock the different heroes and villains. They discovered that a single hero or villain, if the player spends no real-world money and saves all of their points, will take around 40 hours to unlock. In the middle of Reddit users saying that this must be a mistake, and trying to figure out why EA would make this kind of a decision, a post from the official EA community team account made a post to that thread in defense of the game. The post reads, quote, "The intent is to provide players with a sense of pride and accomplishment for unlocking different heroes. We selected initial values based upon data from the open beta and other adjustments made to milestone rewards before launch. Among other things, we're looking at average per player credit earn rates on a daily basis, and we'll be making constant adjustments to ensure that players have challenges that are compelling, rewarding, and of course obtainable via gameplay." End quote. The comment ended up as the most downvoted of all time on Reddit, currently sitting at a score of almost negative 500,000. The decision to lock every hero behind a 40-hour time investment was a ridiculously bad one, exacerbated by the fact that players could still just dump more money into the game via microtransactions to unlock what it was that they wanted. EA's defense of the decision wasn't doing them any favors either, as it failed to address the real problems fans had with the system, and it just felt like more PR speak. Well, just like they did back with loot boxes, EA has been forced into a corner due to bad publicity and fan feedback, and is making another change to the game. A blog post on the EA website announced that they would be lowering the cost of all heroes in-game by 75%, making them much more affordable to players looking to unlock them just through in-game earnings. While it's nice to see EA making this kind of change, we shouldn't have been in this situation in the first place. EA has obviously designed every aspect of Battlefront 2 around microtransactions. Both player progressions and hero unlocks were designed around nudging the player towards buying more loot boxes to unlock the stuff they really want. Yes, EA has made changes to both of the systems, but only because the player base was so vocal on the issue. With more and more companies looking to embrace the microtransaction model of release, EA is setting a dangerous precedent going forward by designing their games around this model in the first place. Hopefully other companies learn from the reception EA received that players don't want microtransactions cutting into their full-price AAA games.
Walmart has already released their giant offerings for Black Friday, and there are some grand gaming deals in there for anyone brave enough to attempt the crowd. While there are no discounts on the extremely popular Nintendo Switch, both Sony and Microsoft have discounted their base consoles quite heavily. The 1TB PS4 Classic will be priced at $199, while the 500GB Xbox One S will be just $10 lower at $189. Software-wise, it looks like select games will be priced at $29 with just a few that I could spot. The really notable ones I could see are Uncharted, South Park: The Fractured But Whole, The Evil Within 2, and Shadow of War. Some of these are fairly new games, so it may just be to show off what games are available, but putting them right next to the $29 price tag better not be a bait and switch, or some Black Friday shoppers will be up in arms.
Injustice 2 got a new trailer to show off the upcoming Fighter Pack 3 DLC, and it shows some awesome and really surprising additions to the game. DC's The Atom and the Enchantress are both shown in the trailer, and they both look pretty cool. We don't get anything in the form of gameplay, so I'll be interested to see how they use the Atom's size-shifting abilities in an actual fight. More exciting than that, however, was the surprise appearance of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the trailer. It seems like all 4 turtles will be fighting together as a single fighter, sort of similar to how they handled the combination of Noob and Smoke back in Mortal Kombat Deception. I was already interested in Injustice 2 since it's coming to PC, but with the addition of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, I think I'm gonna have to pick this one up.
Well, that's all the news we found interesting today. Feel free to share any awesome gaming news you missed in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time.